Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. I am Robert Storms. As always, if you find me for the very first time, please be sure to click that like and subscribe button. So guys, Nintendo finally released their new Pro model of the Nintendo Switch. That's right, it's the OLED model with the OLED display. And this thing is coming out in October 6th, I believe. And I'm just going to kind of give my thoughts on this trailer, my thoughts on, the whole Nintendo Switch Pro. Now I'm still rocking the old Gen 1 Nintendo Switch. Yes, I still have I have the Split Pad Pros on there. These things are amazing, by the way. If you do not have the Switch Pad Pro, definitely highly recommend it. But they're marketing this thing as like this new model, and this is actually the third revision of the Nintendo Switch. We have the original Nintendo Switch, then we had the Nintendo Switch model that came out with the better battery life, then the Nintendo Switch Lite. So that's the third revision. This is actually the fourth revision, so I correct myself. And I actually really like the white Joy-Cons on these. I like the new back stand that they have. This was something that's been very, very rumored, but we all thought it was going to be in this new upgraded Pro model. I love these white Joy-Cons. I'm in love with these white Joy-Cons. I usually rock black or red when it comes to my gaming things, but I love the look of the white Joy-Cons. I like the white dock that they show. It's just everything looks amazing on it. And the one thing I really like is the expanded screen. I like the 7-inch screen. We're using something like this, and this is great. This is great, but you look at all this dead space we have around here, and this can really use a lot to expand. And then we have the OLED the screen, which the blacks are going to be black, and they're really marketing Metroid Dread with that screen, and it just looks like it's going to be. And I play my console a lot in handheld because I'm always on the go. I like to play it on my monitor, but I'm always on the go, so I always have to take it with me. That's why I have my Split Pad Pros hooked up to it. But the one thing that I really, really liked about this new model is that big massive screen. I love the fact that we're getting rid of that dead space around there. We're expanding the screen to make it 7 inches, which I think is going to be very, very appealing. That white dock looks fantastic. I love the whole white setup that they're doing with this thing. It looks really clean. It looks really, really good. They added the Ethernet cable in the back of the console, so now you don't have to get the Ethernet port adapter. They add the Ethernet port on there, so you can play your multiplayer like your Splatoons or your Smash Brothers or your Mario Party when the new Mario Party comes out, because it's going to be very, very good with the online, unlike that Mario Party we got before. That game is just trash. But yeah, the new revision of the Switch is something that's really appealing to me, because I think I'm actually going to go out and get this thing. Now, when the first revision came out and had the extra battery life, I actually didn't go out and get that. I wanted to, because the battery life was so bad on the Nintendo Switch, right? Like, I start playing this thing. I'm playing right now, I'm playing like something simple like Super Metroid, but I was playing Age of Calamity, and it would go down to like 60% in just like an hour. Whereas the other revision, it would be double that. But now we got this one that's going to have the new screen, the new Joy-Cons, the new dock, the Ethernet cable, the better sound, the bigger screen, the better battery life. This is something that I would 100% invest in. Now, I don't know if the price of this thing is going to be the same price as the model that's in store. Is this going to be $300? Is this going to be $350? Because right now the current model is saying at $299 with the Switch Lite at $199. Is this going to be a $350 machine? Are they going to lower the price of the original model to $250? Make this the $300? A lot of that is yet to be seen, and I'm really curious about how this is going to go about when this thing launches in October. I really want to get a pre-order for this thing, because this is something that I really, really want. And I'm probably going to take my other Switch and probably give it to my girlfriend's daughter, because she's really been wanting a Switch. And that way I can have the newer model. I really, really like what they're doing with this system, even though it's not going to give us much of a giant upgrade when it turns into what it can do with gaming. At the end of the day, it's gonna give us the same stuff that we have, but it's just gonna make things a little better looking screen, better Ethernet connection, all that sort of thing, and at the end of the day, that's fine if we don't get like all this great, like, I don't need them to have like an Xbox Series X or a PS5 motherboards and stuff like that. I'm perfectly fine playing the games that are on the Switch because they're fun, right? I don't need, I have a Series X, I have a PC, I can play those high-end games at 120 frames per second on those consoles, but I want to be able to play them on Nintendo Switch games because they have great first-party games like Metroid, games like Zelda, games like Splatoon, Mario, like the list goes on, and to be able to play this on a better looking machine with a bigger screen, I think it's a no-brainer, and I really like this. I really like this announcement, even though a lot of people are probably like, oh, this ain't the Pro. Well, you know what, it's an upgraded version of it, and then whenever Nintendo comes out with a new Switch, then it won't be a Pro. It would just be a whole new Switch. Just like, the DS was different than the Game Boy. It's just going to be a whole different thing. It's going to be the same spiritual successor, but the same thing. But anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch OLED model. What do you guys think? Is this the Pro model you were looking for? Are you interested in this? Do you already own a Switch? Or are you just going to keep your Switch? Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that is my opinion. Later, guys.